Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Persona 5. So in the last episode, quite a bit happened. First of all, Akechi came to the school festival, and he, said a few things. He got interviewed by Makoto, and, he met with all of us, like, backstage, quote-unquote, not really backstage, in, like, a PE faculty office, and, he has proof that we are the Phantom Thieves, and he knows that we are the Phantom Thieves, but, and he knows who killed Okumura, and he knows it's not us, because he went to the metaverse and he saw him, and he wants to strike a deal with us, saying that I want to work with you on one last mission, and then you have to disband yourself after that, and in return, I will just forget all about this, and I won't say anything else about this on the media or anything. However, if we don't accept the deal, he will release the pictures and the videos he has of us being Phantom Thieves. So we're kind of in a bad situation right now, and on top of that, Sojiro just found out that we are the Phantom Thieves. However, he reacted to it better than the first time I played this game. He reacted to it better than I would have thought he would have, the first time playing this game. Because, when we first meet him when we first met him at the beginning of the game, he was this stern old, angry, grumpy man. But he was really cool about it. Anyway, so yes, that's what happened, last episode, and this episode we're gonna really decide on whether we want to accept Akechi's deal or not, which we probably will, considering if we don't accept this deal, he's gonna, release all the recordings and stuff, and we will probably get arrested, or worse. Alright, you can sleep on the sofa if you want. Or not! Never mind! Wait, we can't go out, can we? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, this was a crazy day. Yeah, all of last episode was like, all of the last episode, which was like a half hour, all of that was in one day. 21%, alright! We are going down so much. Alright.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Look.
What?
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen.
That's a lot of money.
And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
if I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Only if we get caught.
I hope you understand the situation you're in.
I do.
Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
There was no choice.
That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, alright?
Alright. Believe me. Oh, or I could just say I know.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing
and
to worry about.
It's funny he says that, because if you guys remember way back at the very beginning of the game, it started off where we were running, nobody could tell what was going on, because, like, we haven't been introduced to anything. We were running, and then we got caught, and then, that brings us to this point, because we're telling the story of what happened up to that point. And remember how when we were arrested, I don't know if you guys remember, but the guy said, looks like you were sold out. So what if he was the one who sold us out? No, I'm kidding. But maybe I'm not.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. that will be when their curtain falls.
So we're pretty much, officially, we are now wanted. Pretty much.
Hey,
Like,
great.
we have gone from, you know, well, being popular, doing good things, giving people courage, to, you know, oh, something happened, they're not cool people, to we are wanted. And, yeah, so this is not going... talk about escalation quickly. Like, in the matter of 2 weeks, it went from, oh, these guys are assholes, to we are wanted. I know I keep saying that, but I can't stress that enough. Like, we're freaking wanted at this point. Our backs are truly against the wall now. It's funny you say that, because they might be up against the wall soon, or they might be up against the wall if we don't pay attention to what we're doing. So I hope someone got that joke, because that's what they do in certain situations. That's what police do. They put you up against the wall. Anyway, yes, we are wanted now.
And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
Jesus Christ, Ryuji sounds legit evil when he says that.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
Yeah.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up.
That's for sure.
How President Okumura ranked first, the fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura.
This is not going to be a
Yeah,
good direction at all.
the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida, considering what happened with the rankings? Only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target.
That's true, he probably wasn't.
Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly. What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal.
No, it's not your
All I
fault.
could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru.
Don't blame yourself.
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think?
What do I think?
Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
What did we do wrong? Well, guys, this is what you call a bad ending. Game over. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I can't tell you.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong, that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause.
We did it bad.
I'm so irritated with myself.
Why am I the only one who's not? Why are me and Futaba not the only ones? Actually, I should say Futaba and I. Futaba and I are the only ones who are calling about this and not calling ourselves an idiot like everybody else is.
Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too, but
No,
still,
no.
it's so damn frustrating!
We were complete idiots together. No.
Of course I want to do something about this!
We all want to do something about it.
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now?
Okay, never mind. Now I'm the only one who not.
I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
No.
Hey, what should we do?
Let's turn the tables. That's a good idea.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. That's the same as dumping our aesthetics again, because we only care about our hides.
I see. I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Yeah, here we go, guys.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Ooh, what are we getting this
Yup.
about? Hey, oh, it's not even a message, it's a call. Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed and the added bounty. It all felt like such bullshit. I lost it, I'm sorry. I know how you feel, Ryuji. You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that. Oh my god, I can't even talk. Since that time we went up against Kamoshida, I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but Dad made me no different from our targets. I call them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it. You can still change, Ken. You're right. Well, I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks, Ken. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru from Taba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya. Alright, bye. Well, that was the thing. Oh, now a text? Yeah. Oh, we got a message from a Kichi-kun? Okay. Oh man. So, I guess he's coming to the cafe tomorrow. And just, yeah. He's coming to the cafe. By the way, guys, to be fair, some crazy stuff is still gonna happen this episode, but not as crazy as last episode. Okay. Plant. Okay. You can't do any lockpicks. Nope. Okay, let's just go to sleep. 20% is it gonna? Yeah, it goes down to 20%. I feel like every day it goes down 1%. Now now they're all being deleted by admin. Oh well, now that when I say that, there's one that's not deleted by admin, but.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures. But their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. If this is a ship that's bound to a rotting dock and destined to sink, we might as well destroy it once. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politician seems so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Sure.
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures.
Okay, well, we're willing to take them, to be honest.
I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well.
Yeah.
She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
Concocting. Is that really how you pronounce that word? I thought it was like... concocting is right. Never mind. I don't know.
We don't care about that self-gratification.
Stupid.
Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san.
Oh.
I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Okay.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change your heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
Okay.
You're saying the police would do such a thing? It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No.
They're completely rotten. My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel. And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves.
Okay.
So how about it?
I see what you want.
Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart.
Okay, what's that?
It will become a warning to not mess with us.
Oh, okay.
They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Wow.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
That's a good question.
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal. Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
A little bit. Well, you know, I could just say true.
Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
I guess
similar,
in that aspect, I can see that.
Maybe
yeah.
that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
All these three options are the exact same. You know, fuck it. Screw it. We don't have choice. Let's go. We're doing it.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried
No,
there.
I think it would be clever if the game would put that as one of the, like, bad endings, saying, no, I don't agree with the deal, but this is a little bit early in the game for a bad ending. Now, that's not saying that this is still early in the game. No, we're actually fairly close to being done, but it's just a little bit too early to put a that choice there on what ending we want. That's usually not till the very end of the game.
This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
I pray it does too, Yusuke.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping it'd never come to pass, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Fine.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
A little bit. But, you know, this is about her sister.
Well, I guess that can't be helped.
Yeah.
Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Me too.
Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice?
Yeah.
And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I'm appalled as the commander of this operation. I alone was kept in the dark. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
Do you believe me now?
Believe you? I'm just considering it as a possibility. Then again, if you wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
Don't remember.
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. Seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
Because justice wins in the end.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you. No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
Here we go, guys, the home stretch to get to modern time. Pretty much the home stretch here, not of the entire game per se, but like up until we get arrested and to when we're telling
What's
the
this
story.
favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace. I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear. A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
That's impressive.
Don't fall for it. Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow! Same as always. Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
Wait, hold up. I was gonna end the episode there, but shoot. Well, huh. Okay, anyway. Random news stuff. I was trying to go with the beat of the song there to it. Never mind. I don't even know what I am saying.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking
You know,
at
guys,
it.
I'm actually going to end this episode here. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5, we will go into Sai's Palace, which, if you remember from the very beginning of the game, should look very familiar, because we saw a portion of it at the very beginning of the game. Anyway, stuff, it's about to come full circle. Alright, so yeah, next time we will go into Sai's Palace, and yeah, that stuff. Alright, bye guys.